Coal held the newly forged sword at arm's length. The sentient weapon vibrated in his grasp, urging him to attack, but he tightened his sweaty hands around the leather hilt and ignored the foreign impulses. He had been forging swords and practicing with the completed weapons long enough to know when to attack and when to bide his time and let the fight come to him. Grigory, the master swordsmith, advanced. Coal parried, stepping aside and swinging his sword with all of the skill he'd gained from the 2 years of working the forge. Grigory fell to the ground, effortlessly rolling beneath the sword before bouncing back to his feet. "Is she overwhelming you?" Grigory asked as they faced each other. They had been dueling for the past hour. Sweat dripped from Coal's forehead, back, and arms, but just like every other time they'd dueled, the master swordsmith showed no sign of exertion. "She's restless." Coal wiped the sweat from his forehead with the back of his hand. "But I'm in control." Grigory rushed forward with an arcing swipe. Coal raised his sword to meet the strike. For a moment, their strengths were equal. His sword vibrated with glee as Coal threatened to overcome Grigory. Forcing the sword's excitement to the back of his mind, Coal focused all of his strength into his upper body and pushed outward. Overwhelmed, Grigory leaped back. During the 2 years of forging swords and sparring with the master swordsmith, Coal had never had the strength or skill to complete such a move. For an instant, he let himself and the sword enjoy their accomplishment. He was so distracted by his small victory that he almost didn't notice when Grigory spun around, his left leg heading toward Coal's knees. Coal dove away, Grigory's boots just skimming his leg. He rolled over to find a sword pointed at his neck. Grigory lowered his blade. "You were distracted." "I almost had you," Coal said, with an intense rush of pride and confidence. "You did not," Grigory said, scratching the eye patch over his left eye. "You've been slow and lazy all morning." "But I finally completed the block." "Not with any speed. You're gaining strength and height, but that's nothing to be proud of. What's the point of winning the bind if you're beheaded a moment later?" Coal let Grigory's words sink in while he caught his breath. "You're right. I've been a little distracted. I'm supposed to meet Princess Chalcedony soon." He glanced at the sun, trying to gauge the time. It hung low in the morning sky, but the springtime rays were much stronger than they were when he'd arrived. Time for him to go. Grigory lifted the eyebrow above his remaining eye. The other had been gouged out 200 years ago when he served as a soldier instead of a swordsmith. "How long has it been since you've seen her?" Coal bit his lip while he pretended to think about the answer he already knew. 2 months." Grigory took the sword from Coal's hands. It would be presented to Chalcedony on her coronation as queen. Magic reinforced the silver shaft, and its black leather hilt emanated heat and welcomed touch. By far, it was the best sword they'd forged. "Before you go, I have something to ask you." Grigory kept his shoulder-length black hair tied in a low ponytail and his beard trimmed. Both elven and dwarf blood coursed through his veins. As the only known half-breed of his kind, he had the height of an elf and the thick, muscular build of a dwarf. "What is it?" Coal asked. The way Grigory spoke made Coal wonder if he'd done something wrong, besides being too distracted during the fight. "I'm getting older," Grigory said. "I need to choose a full-time apprentice, and it needs to be soon. Do you want the position?" Coal's breath caught in his throat. Had he heard right? "I thought I was just helping out until you found a full-time apprentice." "Well, you've passed the 2-year audition, and now I'm offering you the job." "But humans can't do magic." It was one of the first things Coal had learned when he'd arrived in the Fey realm 11 years ago. Powerful swords were impossible to make without magic. It made the swords stronger, lighter, and prevented someone else from using it. "I'm half dwarf and half elf," Grigory said. "For years, my master refused to teach me because he didn't think a half-breed could make a great sword. Now, I'm the best swordsmith in Everleaf."